Out with Jason Salas.
Happening, everybody. This is Time Out, the portion of Weekend Edition where we teach you about all things happening with the Guamanian athlete. Now, we are talking about karate this weekend, and I have here with me my good buddy Chris Biolchino, a fellow Simon Sanchez graduate. So, Chris, go Sharks.
Definitely.
And you are the senpai of Guam Kyokushin Karate here, and we are in Jigo right now behind the Bank of Guam. You've been doing this for a long time. We've covered a bunch of stories on you guys. You guys have had a lot of tournaments. It's a very popular dojo right here. But what exactly makes Kyokushin distinct apart from, like the karate that most people know from movies and from Hollywood?
Right. I would say the really distinct thing about Kyokushin is the level of contact. Traditionally, karate has been like point system, like you would see in Karate Kid. Where they pull the punches, they don't really make contact. Kyokushin is a full contact style, so that really separates it from other styles of karate. It's full force, there's kicks to the legs, kicks to the head, kicks to the body, punches. The techniques are a lot different than the traditional karate.
Now, a lot of martial arts, or some of the more modern ones, like I believe some disciplines of Kung Fu, they say it's more, use your enemy's attacks against them and everything. So in that case, it's like more, it's defense as offense and everything. But the way you're describing Kyokushin, it makes it sound like very offensive and very aggressive martial art.
It's very aggressive, but we really focus on, the self-defense aspects of it. We don't tell our students go out and beat people up. Quite the opposite. We tell them don't get into fights unless you really have to defend yourself. That's the main purpose of Kyokushin.
Okay. I see some, there are obviously some articles of equipment here and everything like that. Is Kyokushin a type of martial art that really emphasize training with weapons, or like doing for exhibition demonstrations, the use of weapons?
It is in the curriculum, but it isn't as focused as other styles. Our main emphasis is on the fighting aspects of martial arts. Weapons, it's in the curriculum, it is taught, but it isn't really emphasized.
Now, what specific muscle groups, like for people getting to Kyokushin, do they ultimately develop, and maybe for local athletes who are looking to cross-train and everything like that? What type of guys do you get coming down here that say, like, hey, I want to pick something up, or I'm looking to get, in shape, or I want to work out?
Right. It's really a total body workout. You use muscles that you never even thought you had. It's really, you have to use your legs, you have to use your core, you got to use your upper body, your neck. It uses basically everything. And the cardio is really where it's at. Emphasize a lot of cardio because, in a fight, if you get tired, your technique, your strength, it's all out the door. So we really emphasize a lot on cardio, being able to, sustain a high level of movement and physical activity for, like 2-3 minute period of time. We do get people coming in from all types of sports. Baseball players tend to be really good Kyokushin fighters. We got guys coming in from football, wrestling, just the typical high school sports.
Why do you think baseball predominantly, though? Is it maybe upper body strength or coordination?
I'm not sure. It might be the coordination. I know in baseball there's a lot of coordination drills. Just for whatever reason, seems to transfer over really well. A lot of our top fighters are former baseball players. So something about baseball and Kyokushin just works really well.
Now, one thing that a lot of Guamanian athletes don't realize but come to greatly appreciate is whenever they go to any sort of martial arts gym or dojo, they learn about the spiritual aspect, and because it is tied to a specific culture, and that's a big part of it. What do you teach your students about the spiritual aspect of Kyokushin?
We do a lot of meditation, and a lot of the harder training really, you kind of have to dig deep, and a lot of that comes from your spirit. So in that aspect, we do a lot of spiritual training in that your spirit has to be the one that lifts you up to go beyond your physical limitations.
Now, you, of course, now are the senpai, the second in charge of this gym, or like one rank down.
Well, I'm one of the instructors, but I'm not the head.
If someone is looking to progress and everything, how long and how many years do they expect to dedicate to training and to focusing on before they advance to like where you're at?
Well, the black belt in Kyokushin typically takes about 5 years plus. So it isn't something that you just join and, hey, I'm going to get a black belt. No, it's a very long process, a very long, hard process. You got to test in Japan for your black belt, so it really takes a lot of dedication. So it isn't something for just someone that, I just want to go and train and, a couple days and that's it. you really got to put a lot of dedication into it.
Okay, well, real quick, we'll let you get out of here by saying, what is practicing this martial art meant to you personally, and then how can people come down here and check you guys out?
I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. It's a part of my life. I love it. It's really challenging. You know, even as a black belt, there's always more challenges. So that aspect, I'm always learning something new. Even, you know, the person I got my black belt under, Xian Bobby Low, even he said, you know, this guy's an 8th degree black belt, trained under Masoyama directly. He said, every day in Kyokushin I learn something new. You know, as a black belt, as the highest outside of Japan. He was always learning something new. So that's one thing, that's one aspect that I really like about it.
Okay, well, you guys have a Facebook page or website where people can come and learn more?
Yeah, you can go to www.hagatnya-martialartscenter.com or www.jigodojo.com.
All right, well, Chris, thanks a lot for sharing your time and your gym with us.
Thanks, Jason.
All right, so that was timeout. We will be back with this timeout. Come on down, come on up to Jigo, I should say, not down. Come up here to the northern part of the island and check out Kyokushin Guam. It's a good workout and definitely will benefit you spiritually and physically. We will be back right after this.
Timeout with Jason Salas.